Hello, everyone. It's Ryan, Tiffany's wonderful husband again, and I'm here to sing more and more and more songs for you guys this festive Christmas season. So, with that said, cover your ears or jump ahead to Tiffy's intro if you have to. Would you like to craft with junk? Would you like to take the trash, throw it everywhere in your hair, and find something that you can make into treasure? I know that it's going to be an excellent show, and I'm going to have to pick up all this stuff off the floor, but would you like to build some junk treasures? Would you like to craft with Tiffany?
Okay. That's great, honey. Thanks. Love you.
Love you guys.
All right, everyone. So, Thrifted Thursdays. This is hosted by Joanna's DIY Life and Sabrina's Craft Nanigans. We can do anything from thrift flips to trash to treasure. Let's have some fun. Project number 1. So I had this bottle in my stash. It's something that I collected from my cousin, actually. I told her that I wanted to do some trash to treasure DIYs with some glass bottles, so she saved this for me from somebody else. So and then I cut out this, traced it out, and then cut out this little picture, and I'm kind of gonna, it's still sticky from the label, so I kind of just stuck it on there. Did Mod Podge down the little ends a little bit. I didn't really show all of that, but anyway, I also am gonna use the backing of a napkin. The backing is usually what we throw away, you guys. We usually just use the front of the napkin, but right now we're gonna use the back of the napkin. And the napkins I actually got from a garage sale a long time ago, so we are using all of it here, and we are gonna Mod Podge down the backing of the napkin. I'm basically using it for texture and stuff, so we're gonna just Mod Podge all of this down in sections and kind of make it wrinkly and bubbly and all this stuff. I want it to have the wrinkles and stuff in it. I don't care. I kind of want it to make it look like stucco, basically, like a stucco house. I want it to have that textured look. So, we are basically just going around and doing this entire bottle. I don't usually worry about the top of the bottle necessarily, like the neck of the bottle, but we are going around the entire rest of it. I do cut out a lot of it, guys, because this took me a little while, and I'm just basically piecing it together, ripping off the excess, and you know, all that. So, make sure it all sticks down really well. I do curve the edge up here because I want this spot where we have the visibility of the picture that we had in the back to be visible. So we're gonna kind of have like a little window scene, basically. So I want that visible. So I'm gonna kind of have a curvature of that around. So that's the only part that we're not gonna be covering up. We're gonna kind of have like a little round section in the very front of it. After that is all said and done, I'm going to take some cardboard and I'm going to basically peel back that first layer to make it look like it has the I always draw a blank, but we all know what the corrugated, there we go. I found the word. We wanted the corrugated cardboard look. And we're going to use this for our roof here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out how I wanted to do it. We're going to basically just line up the entire roof here, but I'm kind of figuring out how I wanted to do it. I kind of wanted to have like a curve to our roof here. So this is going to be how I'm going to start it out here. I'm just going to glue down at the very edge of it. This is also a good reason why to have the napkin and the tissue paper down, because it's going to help your cardboard and stuff or anything else to stick, because we know that nothing sticks to glass. So this is also going to help with that. And now I'm going to kind of basically layer pieces on there going up. And I'll kind of show you that here in a minute. I'm going to lift the bottle up here in a minute, and I'm going to kind of show you what I'm doing here. So this is kind of what I'm doing here, and we're going to kind of layer this towards the back, and I'm going to do that for both sides. I'm not going to show you both sides, but I'm going to end up cutting this down into strips, and we're going to do that to both sides here. Now towards the back here, I'm going to do kind of the same thing I did in the front, but I'm going to cut a little notch in it because I wanted to get it closer to the neck of the bottle than what I had in the front. So I do kind of cut a little notch in there to kind of get it closer. And we're going to glue that down, and then I'm going to cut off the excess of my roof trim here. Now I'm going to kind of grab the rest of what I had here, and I'm going to kind of wrap around the neck of the bottle here. And we're going to kind of just make this maybe kind of look like maybe the chimney of it or something. I guess I never really made it clarified of what it is, because you can still see the red top. I didn't really hide the red cap of the bottle, I guess. It's not really necessary. But then I decided we're going to go in with some antique white, and I'm going to give it one good healthy coat all the way around our bottle and paint where that napkin tissue paper is on here. And now I'm going to go in with some a stencil and some I believe this is twig. Was it gathered twigs? And I'm going to just basically get a little stamp of bricks, and I'm going to make little brick spots all the way around our little house here. I absolutely loved how this turned out. I thought it absolutely turned out adorable. I probably leave way too much of this in just because I was fascinated by how it turned out. Because you probably didn't need to see as much as I left in here, but I just thought it was so cute how it turned out. But I'm just kind of doing like 3 or 4 of them in like little patches throughout. This is it kind of reminds me of like a little cottage that you would see back in like London or something like that. I've seen those enough to where I kind of had the idea of that's kind of what reminded me of. Here I'm grabbing like vintage photo, and I'm just kind of like darkening up, kind of making it a little bit more I don't know, vintage looking that paper or that paint that I had in there. I kind of wanted it a little bit more creamy, I guess. So I'm just going around the paint a little bit, and it's not affecting our twig color at all. Now here I'm taking some white paint, and I'm going to dab around our window here, or our image, to kind of give it a little bit of a snowy effect. I kind of wanted to make it look like we're looking into a snowy window onto the family that's enjoying their Christmas dinner. And then of course we have to have a snowy a snowy roof to make it look like a little bit more Christmassy Christmassy time. So we're just snowing up the roof here a little bit with the same white paint. And now we had to decorate it a little bit. I had this from a previous project that I just kind of ripped off of it. It already had the garland and then some little berries that were glued down. So I'm just kind of going to use this, and I'm just kind of going to glue this around the window. It's already set up for me. I thought it looked kind of cute when I held it up there. So I'm just like, okay, this works. And then I found these in my stash, and I kind of just like, well, maybe I'll put this down below. I was thinking like a little kind of a flower like garden kind of thing down below, but I mean, it's Christmas, so I didn't really want to go flower garden, but I mean, I was something like I wanted something below the window. Like, it just looked bare down there, so I just added a couple of these little picks here, and there we have it, guys. Project number 2. Now I'm going to take this thing of cards. My husband actually gave these to me. I'm not sure where he got them. They're just plain blank cards. And I kind of started inking this one up with some of my vintage photo first. I learned very quickly that this is not the route to go first. So this is my first trial and error. I take some stamps. The stamps I got actually from a thrift store I believe maybe it was a thrift store. They got them from thrift store. And I'm just kind of went through and found some that represented, like, I had like the little cues, and then some that looked similar to like some that you would find in a card deck. We're kind of making like little vintage cards, you guys. These kind of looked like the clovers. So you'd have your I'm sorry, I'm getting dry throat. This is the only one that I actually went over in the ink too, guys. So here, this is also, I'm kind of showing you where we're getting our backing of our napkin. So this is the napkins that I was talking about in the previous project. So the napkins I got from a garage sale a long time ago. And then we're using the backing of the napkins. So we're just going to cut this down in like little squares here. And this is why I said that I'm kind of was jumping ahead, because it's actually smearing. I'm using Mod Podge, and it's actually smearing the vintage photo in it with the Mod Podge. I'm gonna be gluing down this napkin just for simple fact is I wanted it to have a little bit more of that vintage old, like very old look to it. Like these have been from like way back, like bar times kind of thing. And then I'm going to add some decorative look to them. This is the very first one I did, guys, and I've done a lot more since then. I'm going to show you a couple more that I've done. So I liked the other ones that I've done. So this one I'm adding some red and green, or red and white Christmas notes. I'm just gluing these down to the middle of it here. And then I'm going to rip back the excess of napkin that we have here, as you see here. So I'm giving you a little bit more detail of what I'm doing in this, and the rest of it I'm going to kind of skip through a little bit more. Now I'm going to go around with some dark espresso, and I wanted to do that towards the ends of where I was ripping it off. I wanted those ends to look really dark. And then I'm going to take one of my little Tim Holtz paper dolls and I was going to just glue her right down in here. Now she turned out kind of plain. This one is a king, I believe. So I had a K and then like another one of the little clovers. So I had the hearts and the clovers, and then I had one that kind of looked like a spade, I think. But the reds, I was having issues, and I kind of show you that in the further on in here, that I was having issues with my ink pad. It wasn't permanent. My black ink is permanent, and the one that I have that's red is not. So I was having issues with it not bleeding. So this one I just added a little bit of paper to the back with a little like scrapbook paper or whatever, and then add another one of my paper dolls, and here we're just adding a little sticker. So I am filming on my phone as well. We're also doing a live on my Whatnot show, so it was kind of getting a little it must have been picking up on my phone when I was doing this. I cut out a lot of that, but I'm thinking that that's one of the reasons why it was a little bit blurry in some of these, because it was picking up on some things. So here I'm going to be showing you the king. Here's the heart, and we're doing a little bit of the red. So I was trying something because I was having issues with it bleeding. So I was just like, okay, well let me try the vintage, or I had the red in the Tim Holtz, and yeah, no, it just smeared right off of there. So I was like, okay, well maybe I'll try it with my glue stick to see if it'll smear with my glue stick. And yeah, it smears right away. Like there's nothing there to it. So I kind of tossed that one to a side, and I was going to start over with that. So here we're doing a different one. This is a queen. And I learned that if I put the ink down on the card, and I put the card down on it first, or the napkin on it first, our napkin, and then Mod Podge over it, it does bleed a little bit, but it bleeds into the napkin. So it doesn't, like, it's not totally bad. So it was working out a little bit better this way. So lesson learned, if I do it, I'm going to have to get either permanent red ink, or I'm going to have to do it this way. But here I'm going to just show you that I'm going to ink up on top of the napkin this time, and then we're going to go in with our dark espresso around the edges. And I like the dark espresso around the edges, and I'm just kind of rubbing around that to it kind of like wrinkles up the excess around the card, to kind of make it look like it's been almost burnt. I don't know, I just like the technique. It's really cool. Here I'm going to go in with a little bit of a border. I kind of start off with kind of going right in around the middle, and I kind of was like, I don't like that, so I won't go on the side of it. And then I go with kind of like this tag thing with a little bit of a sticker. I do ink that up a little bit. Because of the ink that I was using with the dark espresso and vintage photo, it wasn't sticking very well, so we had to go back in. So again, I'm going with some more of those Tim Holtz paper dolls, and we're gonna glue these little two little men with a little puppy down. They're sitting on a bench, and we're gonna glue them down on here. So like I said, I do several of them. There's even some of them that I do not show me doing, but I think they actually turn out really cool. So here's one of the kings. This one I had to redo. Like I said, the ink was all over the place. So I'm just kind of peeling it back. And I probably didn't need to show you guys how to ink it up again. I'm not even sure why I did that. But we're gonna kind of skip ahead with some of this stuff. I'm trying to find the perfect one that I wanted for the king here. So I wanted like a man for a king, of course. And then I decided, let's go in for some more of the music notes. I kind of really liked the music notes. They kind of seemed to really fit really well. So I went in with some more of those. And then we're going to glue down this gentleman here. And we're just going to kind of chop off his feet, I guess. We do add some little decorative stuff to the side of him. This is kind of that gold foil stuff from the napkin. I kind of just ripped off. If you saw the napkin in the beginning, it kind of had the goldness from around the vintage Santa and stuff. So it's kind of like that. So I just kind of ripped off some of that, and then we're going to add a little button to it. This one here is a queen. And we're going to add some more music notes, but these ones are black. And then I add some more of that foil goldness from the napkin. But we're going to kind of Mod Podge this down on top of the music notes. I mean, just kind of play around with different things if you guys enjoy doing stuff like this. And then we're going to glue down this whole group of ladies that are all dressed up for the Christmas holiday. And then we're going to put down this little poinsettia flower in the little corner here. And this one here, I just kind of have a little red piece of paper, just to add a little bit of color to this one. These ladies that I put down on this one were a little bit darker, and I think that's one of the reasons why I liked the red. Kind of give it a little bit more pop in the back. But we're going to put them down, and then we're going to trim them a little bit in the bottom. And then we're going to add another red poinsettia flower to kind of pop that one a little bit more. And we're going to have in the final reveal, you guys, right here. So here's our little house with our little family inside. I do want to go and clean that glass a little bit because it's a little dirty, probably from me painting and stuff like that. But I thought it was very pretty. With the little family in there just having their little Christmas dinner. And then here's all of our cards, guys. Very, very fun. Thought it'd be fun to make some of these, and they probably will be up for sale on my whatnot. So be just like a cute little decorative, something you can put in your junk journal or anything like that. You can even frame them. But just, they were fun to do. They're fun to make. You can come up with any kind of creations. But God bless you all, and make sure you guys go check out the playlist, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Take care. Bye.